Hey guys, Omni here. We're back for episode 26 of the final season of Attack on Titan. In the last episode, we had a really interesting campfire episode where all of our people who have come together from these various sides with their various perspectives, some people who have wronged others directly on this team or indirectly, as they kind of sit around, come together, and talk about the things that have happened in the past, the things that have led to this, how they plan on stopping Eren, how much resolve do Eren's friends, former friends or friends, depending on what's happening, what's going to happen with that, do they have what it takes to take him down if they can't talk him down? You know, it was a really tense episode for not having any action because of all of the emotional weight that is carried and shared, and in a lot of ways, and a lot of tension that is just between a lot of the people that are sitting across from one another in this situation. And I like the way they handled it. I also especially liked how we, again, are diving into Jean's psychology a lot in the show. And he's one of the most interesting characters, I gotta say, especially. And he's definitely one of the characters that has grown, I think, some of the most out of everybody from where he started to where he is now. Him and Armin, for sure. Yeah, man, it was just a really gripping episode. Seeing everybody kind of get a lot of the weight off their chests, trying to kind of see eye to eye on certain situations as we see like the opposing points of view on how the Eldians are viewed, why they're viewed that way. Should they be held accountable? Should they not? It was really interesting seeing these people butt heads a little bit, especially that conversation between Magath and John. Yeah, man, I liked it. Liked that a lot. So don't know where it's going here, because we ended the episode as they were trying to get to the ships to make it to Marley, I think, to warn people. I can't exactly remember what their plan was, but turns out Floch beat them there with his soldiers and the Jaegerists by taking the train that they had established, and the port is overrun with Jaegerists. So we'll have to get through that obstacle now if they want to continue on and stop Eren. But guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into this. If you're part of the 75% of people that watch these videos and you're not subscribed, I hope by the end of this you change your mind, you join the family. I'd really appreciate that. But if you want to see the full-length reaction to this or any of the other episodes, you can check those out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. So one of the ways you can help support us over here, help us work towards expanding the types of reactions that we do and all that. We got exclusive movie reactions over there as well, behind-the-scenes footage, Q&A, stuff like that. I've tried to make it worth your while since you're going out of your way to support us. But of course, I know not everybody can do that. And a simple way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing those videos, and helping us with that YouTube engagement. But guys, that's it for now. Let's go ahead and jump into this episode. I gotta give it to Floch, even though his face, his attitude, everything about him pisses me off. He's come a long way. Like, he's had some real character development. He's really kind of developed into a kind of a formidable force in a way. As annoying as it is. Is it a storm? Something else? Because they looked at that very concerned. Or maybe they can use it as cover and that's what that was, but it seemed like it was more of an ominous thing. I guess we'll find out after this badass intro. God, I love this song, man. Dude, I will just put this on during the car and just jam, man. Episode 85, Traitor. Oh. The title of this episode does not give me a great feeling. I hope it's a traitor to the Jaegerists. I really hope there's not a traitor here in this group. That would break my heart. Sounds impossible to me.
私を追い詰めた時みたいに作戦を教えて。
Man, Annie just knows how to cut right to it.
ない。一瞬で肩がつくか。しくじって飛行艇を失うか。
俺たちは人を助けるためにここにいるんだぞ。なのにまずやることが島の連中の皆殺しかよ。どうしてこうなんだよ。
そうね。そもそもあんたたちにはこんなこと付き合う気。
Let all of us do it.
あんたたちならあの日壁を壊すことを選ばなかっただろうね。
やっぱり俺はお
Mm.
前と同じだ。
Oh.
そういうことか。お前
Ooh.
ガビとファルコと一緒に安全なところで見ていてくれ。
ただ殺し合いを見てろってことかよ。
私は観客になる気はないよ。イエーガー派ならもう4人殺したことだしね。人類にはもう時間が残されていない。沖で
Hanji don't give a shit. I mean, she cares, but she's not above doing what needs to be done either.
思わなかった。すでにどれだけの人々が殺されたことか。
家がの行き先を言え。言うまで腕の関節を増やし続ける。
Ooh.
怖がらなくていい。殺しはしない。
それはよかった。気が変わった。この成り行きを見届けるまでエレンの行き先を言うかもしれない。
皇帝の確保が先だ。
今拷問をしている時間はないだろう。コニー、アルミン、ミカサ、ジャン。昨夜の私の態度を詫びたい。軽々しくも正義を語ったことだ。この後に及んでまだ自らを正当化しようと、
Mm.
卑劣なマーレスそのものである自分自身を直視することを恐れたからだ。君たちに責任はない。同じ民族という理由で過去の罪を着せられることは間違っている。ピーク、アニ、ライナー、お前たちも世界の憎しみを一身に背負ういわれはない。血に濡れた愚かな歴史を忘れることなく後世に伝える責任はある。エレン・イェーガーは全てを消し去るつもりだ。それは許せない。愚かな行いから目をそらし続ける限り。
If you don't learn from it, if you erase it instead of learn from it, it's bound to happen all over again.
頼む。我々の愚かな行いに今だけ目をつぶってくれ。
断ります。手も汚さず正しくあろうとするなんて。
They'll bear the burden too, like it or not.
ヒーズルの優秀な技術者がここにいるわけですしね。これ以上部下を減らしたくなかったら。
大変ご機嫌のところ申し上げにくいのですが、一体何が変わったとお喜びなのでしょうか。これでパラディ島は安泰だとお考えのようでしたら、お気の毒にただ世間が狭くなるだけのことです。何も変わらず同様の殺し合いを繰り返すことでしょう。
ご忠告痛み入ります。確かにそのような気がしてきました。ヒーズルの技術など必要ない。飛行艇も航海術も我々の身の丈には合わない代物だと欲を立てば身の程をわきまえることです。わかりましたか。
Mm.
アルミン今までどこにいた。何を騒いでいる。
車力の巨人を追ってたんだよ。今すぐ飛行艇が必要だ。急いでアズマビトに止めるようにさせろ。
何を言っている。
君こそ何をやってるんだ。車力用ってなかったのか。南に逃げるに決まっているだろう。
アルミン、飛行艇は
Smart.
クラック、急いでアズマビトの整備士を連れてくるんだ。
止まれ。止まるんだ。なぜサメール、何をやってるんだ。ありゃ爆弾か。
Are they gonna blow it up?
今すぐあれを取るんだ。
お前たちがマーレとグルになってこの飛行艇を使って地ならしを止めようとしてるんじゃないか。
そんなことやるわけねえだろ。
そうだよ。エレンを止めたらこの島はどうなるんだよ。
お前らがこの島をまた危険にするわけないよな。
当たり前だろ。
よかった。お前らが裏切ってたら。
爆弾を取ってくれよ。
I'm surprised Floch isn't like super suspicious of this. Oh yeah, they look like they are.
どうした？起爆装置を外したぞ。
あとはフロックがアズマビトのせい、どうにかしてみんなを乗せてここを去る。すべて成功。
They don't have great poker faces right now.
何か南へ逃げると分かっている敵を追うなら機関車を使った方が間を休ませながら移動するよりずっと。奴らがこそこそ動く理由は
Damn, man.
確証は持てない。やっぱり不安の種は積んでおくべきか。
失敗した。
フロック
Yo!
くそ、殺せ。ただで死んでなるものか。
Hell yeah!
ヒロミさん。
ミカサ、アルミン、コニー、エルディアを裏切った。
Oh, great. Well, here we go.
地下まで走って。
Man, Floch wasn't dumb enough to let this go smoothly, at least, so we'll give him that. Whoa!
アズマビト、地下で攻撃をしのぐ。行きたければついてこい。
He's gonna plug it back up. Stop him! Oh! Oh! Oh!
早く飛行艇を爆破しろ。早くやれ。
冷める。
I'm surprised Armin didn't pop into colossal mode, but he's probably holding back because of Conny.
食おうって言ったのによ。畜生。なんでこんな。
I know Armin won't die from something like that, but still, like, it's like sucks to see it.
逃げ場のない地下にこもるつもりか。
Oh! Get fucked, dude. Dude, that's hype as shit, man.
なぜこうなるんだ。
人から暴力を奪うことはできないよ。
Man, we haven't seen the female Titan in a long time. Hell yeah, man. Oh, this is so badass. That sucks, man. That was an emotional episode. seeing like one, the maturity that it takes for them to push past all of this to do what needs to be done, or at least what they think needs to be done to stop this from unfolding. I mean, they very well could have went with Magath's plan, Reiner, Annie, and all them's plan to not let them get involved because they know it'd be difficult for them to stain their hands with the bloods of their allies and stuff like that. And they didn't want to put them through that. But they weren't going to let them stand idly by and do that as well. So they joined the fight. It's like they're not going to let... Somebody's got to do it. Someone has to be the one to stain their hands. Seeing Armin, though, get lit up like that, even though I know that wouldn't kill him, it was still so visceral and terrifying to see. Because it's just like that gut reaction. It's always like a little bit in the back of my mind that I forget he's the Colossal Titan, because we've only seen him use it, like, what, once? And, you know, he can't transform that close to Conny without killing Conny or even destroying the plane or the flying boat. But he was at least healing, so, I mean, they didn't do anything too fatal, thankfully. But just seeing them struggle with that, like these two wrestling through that, and then just the resolve that it took for Conny to push through it and save Armin, and then take out the one guy that he was fighting with, and just see the conflict in both sides. It was painful to watch. It really was. But there's something about some cool music, the action scenes, the zipping around, the Titan shifting and all that. No matter whose side is on what side, I get swept up into the hype of it all. Because everything that was happening in the compound between Floch about to execute more people in there and kill the Azumabito, like, it was tense. It was really well done. And then when everybody came busting in to stop him, like Mikasa, Jean, all them, and taking everybody out, and then Annie and Reiner zip-zooming around to shift up behind Floch and get the jump on his dudes. It was hype as fuck, man. It really was. And also seeing Magath come around from what he was saying last night at the campfire for blaming them for the sins they had nothing to do with, seeing that the opinions can change and stuff like that, and that he was just sticking to their mantra to justify his horrible actions. And then his apology to the Eldians on both sides, to Reiner and the warriors, and Armin, Mikasa, the scouts, and all that. It was a really great scene. Again, that was another emotional little bit too. And Yelena just, she's like, I'll tell you, I want to be along for the ride, so maybe I'll tell you. It's like, it is what it is, man. But there's some great moments in this episode, dude. Especially that realization. It's like we can't expect you to be like us. And then Reiner had that flash to what Eren said in the cellar. He's like, I guess I am more like you than I thought, or whatever the line was. We are more the same, aren't we? Because they, despite all of that, were more than willing to break down that wall to justify and get their goals. And then that just showed that, is that what Eren meant when he came? It was like, look, I guess I'm just as willing as you are to bust down your walls. So it's a parallel to what Reiner did to the walled city, to what Eren did to Marley. Action in this was great. Floch's not dumb, man. As much as I give him shit, he's not dumb. He's not a pushover anymore, and he's getting shit done. Like, he didn't fall for their bait, but he also didn't stop them from going over there to those dudes guarding the ship. So he's like, are they telling the truth? He had to think about it for a little while, and then I think at that point he was just like, you know what, screw it. in order for them to do that, even if they wanted to, like, I could just kill you now. Like, you're not helping me. You're not going to. I feel like she's more than happy. Not happy, but more than willful to just not give Floch what he wants. I think he could have executed everybody at that table and she would have not budged. And I think he realized that. And at that point, he's like, we don't need your shit. We're going to burn the world to the ground anyway. Well, if we need your boats or whatever, you all won't be able to get here either. Like, he was like, it's whatever. It's a convenience if you would show us how to work the thing, but it's not a necessity. So, you know, he just kind of flipped on that. And I was like, listen, I'll just take what they're here for. But yeah, man, stellar episode. And it did have me on edge a little bit, wondering who the traitor was of the title, and it just ended up being the entire group. You know, Conny, Armin, Mikasa, they're traitors. See, I think that was the throwaway, not the throwaway, I think that was what was throwing me off in the title, or what was meant to throw us off by seeing the title of the episode, and we'd be like, oh, who's the traitor? Whereas if it had said traitors, you know, we could have pondered that. Maybe we're the traitors. Like, I think that maybe I would have gave it itself away a little bit sooner. Maybe other people weren't thinking about it as much as I was, but I was like, who's the traitor? I was thinking about that throughout the episode, because a lot of the titles have those kinds of meanings for them, and it was just the group as a whole. Maybe it was directly towards Conny in that moment, because it was that whole conversation of betrayal came down between him and the guy he had pinned to the ground. So maybe that was it. Maybe it was just Conny, but in Conny being the representative of the group as a whole. Again, I think I'm overthinking it, but great episode, man. I don't know what's gonna happen next, but we only got a couple episodes to go before the season's out. And I heard that that even after the final season ends, I've heard echoes. I haven't actually looked to confirm anything, that the series will end, but the story will conclude in a follow-up film that'll take place after the final episode of the show. Confirm, please, in the comments if that's true. Because, I mean, I as far as I know, we don't have very many episodes left of this season. So I don't know how they'll wrap it up with what seems to be so much still on the horizon to me. But I don't know. You never know. Guys, sound out the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Tell me how you felt about this episode. What do you think about the decisions being made? We'll talk about it down below. But guys, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this, remember you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy Sherritt, Ryan, Karen, Philly Vane, Yori, Corey Scott, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Nate Prouty, and Melita. Thank you guys, as always, for your continued support, as well as everybody who's been supporting the Patreon, the YouTube memberships, and just everybody that's been here for the ride and supporting the channel. Love you guys, and I'll see you all next week with the next episode of Attack on Titan. Take care, everybody.